In a significant development, a report by the Indian Express has confirmed that Indian forces for the first time in live combat used the crown jewel of Indian Armed Forces, the BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, to carry out precision strikes on multiple Pakistani military bases on the 10th of May. Government sources revealed to the Indian Express, quote, BrahMos was mounted on Sukhoi 30 MKI fighter jet, which targeted Pakistan's several key military installations and air bases deep inside the country, including the air base at Noor Khan, unquote. The Indian BrahMos cruise missile was reportedly successful in sending shockwaves as far as Rawalpindi, a move meant to break Pakistan's posturing as a nuclear power. When the BrahMos struck Noor Khan base, it sent a bold message to the Pakistani government and sobered the military relationship, including its army chief Asim Munir. In its first ever use in live combat operations, the BrahMos supposedly targeted other Pakistani bases like Rafiki, Murid, Rahim Yar Khan, Sukkur and Chunian. The air bases in Skardu, Bholari, Jacobabad and Sargodha also suffered extensive damage. Radar sites at Pasrur and Sialkot were targeted using precision munitions. The attacks carried out by India were in retaliation to the Pakistani drone swarms at more than 26 locations from Srinagar to Nalia, which the Indian Armed Forces were able to neutralize almost entirely, barring a couple of rare impacts. Using BrahMos was a tactical decision for India, which was particularly taken after Pakistan tried to target New Delhi with its Fatah ballistic missiles. Although India was successful to intercept and bring down this Pakistani air missile with its S-400 air defense system near Sirsa in Haryana, 125 kilometers from the Indian capital. So did India's BrahMos missile strikes force Pakistan to accept an unconditional ceasefire? Hours after the BrahMos struck Pakistan, both countries agreed to a ceasefire on the 10th of May after 4 days of fighting. Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, Director General of Military Operations, on the 11th of May sent out a stern warning to Islamabad in the form of a formal hotline message. The statement was issued after Pakistani forces violated the ceasefire agreement with drones and cross-border firing within hours of the announcement. Lieutenant General Ghai confirmed that India has put Pakistan on notice and made it clear that any future provocation will be met with fierce retaliation. So what are the BrahMos capable of? Why is Pakistan rattled by the Indian BrahMos? They are among the fastest cruise missiles in the world at almost 3 times the speed of sound, making them almost impossible to intercept or destroy. With a range of 290 to 400 kilometers, it carries the dual-role capability for land as well as anti-ship attacks and works in all conditions, day or night, irrespective of the weather conditions. It operates on the fire and forget principle that it does not require any further guidance after launch. Stealth technology and guidance system with advanced embedded software provides the missile with special features. According to internal simulations conducted by the Indian Army, a salvo of just 3 BrahMos missiles can sink even the biggest Chinese aircraft carrier. The BrahMos's Mark III capability makes it extremely difficult for traditional ship-based defense systems to intercept. With a sizable warhead, a successful strike on a carrier could cause catastrophic damage. Developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization, or the DRDO, and the Russian Federation's NPO, Mashinostroyenia, they have together formed BrahMos Aerospace. The operational success and rising exports of this missile to Southeast Asian countries like the Philippines, with Vietnam also likely, led the Indian government to construct a manufacturing and testing facility for the BrahMos in Lucknow. Amid escalating tensions with Pakistan, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on the 11th of May announced after the launch of India's biggest BrahMos testing facility, quote, BrahMos is one of the world's fastest supersonic missiles. It isn't just a weapon, but a message of India's deterrence, unquote. While speaking at the launch, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath hailed the usage of BrahMos missile in strikes against Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. He asserted, quote, you must have seen a glimpse of BrahMos missile during Operation Sindoor. If you didn't, then just ask the people of Pakistan about the power of the BrahMos missile, unquote. The timing of the launch and the expansion of India's defense arsenal couldn't be more strategic and coincidental. It sends out a strong message to India's rogue neighbor, which harbors and promotes terror, India's defense strategy is no longer limited to deterrence. The evidence of damage caused by the cruise missile strikes launched by India on the 10th of May is visible in satellite imagery released by open-source intelligence experts and analysts, ranging from technical infrastructure to command and control centers, radar sites, and weapon storage areas. India chose all targets strategically. The aim was clear this time: to teach Islamabad a lesson and strike only identified Pakistani military targets. OSINT handle Kawa Space shared what it claimed was a BDA analysis of PAF base in Sargodha. Another proof through satellite imagery was provided by intelligence expert Damien Seaman after he posted images captured by Landsat on platform X. He pointed out towards potential runway damage at Sargodha airbase, home to the Pakistani F-16s. A satellite image released by a Chinese firm showed a damaged area in Pakistan's Noor Khan airbase. Images clearly display how precision strikes appears to have focused on disabling infrastructure and ground support vehicles present on site at this time. The Noor Jahan base in Chakla was struck because it houses Air Mobility Command with heavy lifters and refueling aircraft. Damage was also witnessed at Pakistan's Bholari airbase, struck by Indian military forces. Damien Simon, considered one of the most credible OSINT experts, showed on platform X how severely damaged were a hangar, debris visible along with structural damage and runway proximity. Remember, Pakistan's Bholari airbase, struck by India, holds strategic significance due to its location and role in PAF combat training and deployment. So while Pakistan has claimed similar strikes on Indian airbases, Islamabad has failed to provide a single proof to back its claims. No satellite imagery, no videos, no eyewitnesses, no on-site images. All it offered was cooked up imaginary stories and game videos for its domestic audience to save its face after the utter humiliating hammering by the Indian military. With Operation Sindoor, India has shown its capabilities to beat Pakistani air defenses and strike military installations at will. The ceasefire is a chance to pause and contemplate, end state-sponsored terror for good, or be prepared to pay the price. If you found this news report informative, then leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to Inconnect News.